In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix the issue of personal views, not keeping some of the settings that we put from the Power Apps grid control. So for example, this is the Power Apps grid control. This is how it should look. And I created a personal view, as we can see by this little icon here for the person, which is based on this incomplete task. I just filtered a couple things out. And if I click this, we'll see that all the colors are gone from here. And essentially we're back on the default grid that is set up when you initially created this app. So I'm going to show you how to fix this issue where we're not using the correct version of the Power Apps grid control when people create personal views. So this isn't something you would necessarily see if you were building the app, but in recent weeks, I got some people that reached out to me and said, hey, how come we're losing our personal views? And actually, this is completely to blame on Microsoft. This is a Microsoft created issue, but I'm going to show you how you can fix this, at least right now. I'm hoping that Microsoft will make this a fix in the future here, if they're even aware of the issue. It's really hard to report issues to Microsoft other than to go into the forums and hope that somebody from Microsoft that works on this kind of stuff actually sees these issues. But this is an issue entirely created by Microsoft, and I'm going to show you exactly why here. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, to understand what's going on, let's go ahead and take a look at the solution, and I'll show you kind of what the cause of this issue is. So if we look at our solution, let's go ahead and open up our table, and this is our task tracker. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at our views. And in this case, we're just going to take a look at the incomplete task view. So we'll open that one out. And if we take a look at our components, we're going to see that we've got our Power Apps grid control right here. And it's all configured and everything's all set up. So that is working as expected. And this is how we currently add things in here. Now you'll notice there isn't a way to set this as kind of the default. So when somebody creates a view based off of this table view that we've created here, it defaults to this subgrid, and there isn't a way to select this and delete it. That would probably fix the issue if we could just delete this, or if we could make this the primary or something in the settings for this where it automatically defaults to using this instead of this when people create the default views. But that's essentially what's going on. Now, it might be somebody that's created model-driven apps for years, and you're like, what is it going on? This has never been an issue before. Well, the reason why this is an issue is because we now do it this way. This wasn't an issue before because we weren't using this approach for actually adding this grid control. We were using the classic environment. And in this environment, at least to my knowledge, there isn't a way to fix this. You have to do this in classic. And this is why I'm saying that Microsoft might break this for everybody for a long time, because they've made it harder and harder and harder to access the classic environment settings. Let's go ahead and back out of this, but feel free to leave a comment if there is a way to fix this in this view or in this newer modern environment. I'm not aware of one. The only way I found to fix this is if we go back here, and if we go ahead and take a look at the object screen here, if we come up here, we'll see we have the switch to classic. And this is getting harder and harder to do. It used to be that you had a whole bunch of different places you could be at and you could switch to the classic view. It's getting much, much harder to switch to classic. Actually, there's probably only a handful of options at this point to get into the classic. But this is the easiest one for this solution, is we just jump into switch to classic here, and then open up the classic view for us so we can actually make the fix here. Now you might find this takes kind of a while for the classic mode to show up. Again, they're making it harder and harder to do anything in here. That's always been kind of a slow load, but it's definitely getting slower and slower every time I come into this to actually load this up. So you might find this takes a really long time to load. All right, so this is the classic experience here. And all we want to do is take a look at our table. So we'll take a look at our task tracker table. And then we want to look at our controls. Now, most of the people that have been building model-driven apps for a long, long time will recognize this and remember how I did this. This is how we used to add the Power Apps grid control. So if we come in here, we'll see that we can scroll down here and we'll find our Power Apps grid control here. When you add it this way, it adds it at the table level instead of at the view level. And essentially, every time that they create a new view, it's going to default to this. So we're going to add this in here, and we're going to switch this to these settings here. And then you'd want to come down here and actually make all your changes in here. So for example, we want our colors. So we're just going to do the option sets here, and we're going to say that we want this to be yes. So we want to enable our option set colors and hit OK. And I think that's it for right now. We're just gonna, that'll be the easiest way to know that this is working. And then what we want to do is save. Now, one of the limitations when you're doing this, and again, we could have done the child table if we wanted to do all those different settings, but one of the limitations is when you do it this way, you're doing it at the table level. So in some of the apps that I build, I like to have a different linked table or child table that I want to display. This, if you set it up, is going to be the default. So every time they create a personal view, they're going to get whatever this is. It'd be much better if they could integrate this functionality into the modern controls, because sometimes you want to display different information depending on the scenario. So for example, the task tracker I was just showing you, that's a great example of where you could build that for a higher level organization where they want to see all of the lower organizations that have been assigned. Whereas a lower organization would come in and they don't care about the lower organizations, they care about who has been assigned. So you might create a child table relationship where it's going to show you the people that are assigned versus the organizations. And at the higher level, you're going to show them the organizations that have been assigned instead of the people. Or you could have a combination of views where they could look at all the people that are assigned in one particular view and all the organizations in a different view. So the modern approach allows for that, but you can't make that transferable to personal views that are created. So it would be much better if there's a setting in the modern that would allow you to actually dictate that the personal view is going to use the grid controls also, or if that was just kind of the default behavior when you turn on the Power Apps grid control. But for right now, this is how you have to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and publish our customizations here. And let's go back to our app now. All right, so I refreshed the app and let's go ahead and take a look at our personal view here. And as you can see, our personal view has been updated immediately to show the different colors. So that was the only change I made. So we're not going to necessarily have the ability to group or whatever I didn't turn on, but we can see that if we go back and forth between these, it works perfectly. Now keep in mind, if I had chosen to show the child records for this, whatever I set for the classic version of this is what they would see. In this case, we don't have any child records here, but that is an option that I've done in the past with this kind of a build. Is at the higher level organization, I'll show all of the assigned organizations, and at the lower level organization, I show all the people, just to have a little bit of, generally that's what people are looking for. If you're at the lower organization, is you want to know who in your team or your group or whatever organizational structure that you've got has been assigned that. Whereas at the higher level organization, maybe the headquarters element, they just care about what organizations under them have been assigned and are those organizations complete yet. All right, so that is pretty much it for today's video. Now, don't forget, if you like this kind of content, hit that like and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. Now, again, if you do know how to fix this particular issue in here someplace, let me know. I'm not aware of a approach for this, but again, depending on when this video is being watched by you, maybe Microsoft has fixed this issue, but it seems to take Microsoft a really long time to apply these fixes. In the meantime, I just hope that they don't get rid of the ability to access the classic menu, because there are still quite a few things that have not been moved over to the modern environment that are very helpful to be able to access and make those changes. So, all right, that's pretty much it for today. Until next time.